So let me get this straight. These guys essentially beat Tyree Nichols to death. Like, I'm literally right now watching them. One cop is standing him up, or two cops are standing him up, and the other is socking him in the head. I've seen one of these cops kick him in the head. They were using like a nightstick on him. I mean, he died from blunt force trauma to the head, and we just watched these guys quite literally beat him in the head. And they've been acquitted of all state charges. I don't see BLM marching in the streets. I don't see Democratic politicians outraged by it or even talking about it. And I don't see Black Americans out in the streets marching, saying the system's messed up, saying this is wrong, nothing. Or I should say minimal. I've seen some people complain about it. They were just acquitted of all state charges, and it's virtually silent. Many Black Americans in this country are so hypocritical, and they're ideologically inconsistent. Now, let this have been 3 or 4 white cops. People would be in the streets marching, politicians would be talking about it, it would be all over the news. But since it doesn't fit the narrative, we're just going to sweep it under the rug. And this is what's embarrassing for many of the Black people who would be out in the streets marching if these were all white cops. You're ideologically inconsistent and you're hypocritical. You don't really care about Black lives, and you don't really care about right or wrong. Because if you truly did, you would have the same energy about this as you would if it was a bunch of white cops. Here's another one of the reasons why I think you're not seeing outrage amongst the Black community. Because remember, I've said many Black Americans have this unrelenting loyalty to being Black. So since they have this unrelenting loyalty to being Black, and for many of them that guides which direction they go, they don't know which direction to go. Because all the cops are Black and the victim's Black. So who do they side with? Because remember, it's not about right or wrong in many of these cases. It's about aligning with your skin color. So since there isn't a skin color to align with because everyone is the same color, they basically stay silent. And this is why I say having an unrelenting loyalty to being Black is an absolute problem. Because it blinds you from seeing right or wrong, and it stops you from actually calling that out. Like, these cops literally beat him to death. And it's silence when they were all acquitted of state charges. It's crazy. You can't take these people serious. The people out in the street marching about police brutality primarily only do it when a white cop does something to a Black person. This seems like a textbook case of police brutality, and they're not out in the streets marching. And again, it's likely because all of them have this skin color. It's a